Today I'm here with my new friend Jovitha, and she is running a Montessori daycare. Montessori is quite known in Germany, and I was so surprised finding that here. And you just started 3 months ago, so it's all new, so you must be really excited.
Yeah, it is very new, and we are now like about 3 months since we started. And as you can see, it's existing with very few children, but we are very happy at least we could make it happen here, especially here in our place.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how did Montessori come into your life?
Those years I worked with as a teacher in a primary school. This was a private school, and I could teach the children of like elementary classes, but I did not know how to deal with the little ones. And this was my intention. I really loved working with the children, but you know, when I went to the training, we were only taught on how to deal with the elementary and not before that. So for that case, I really wanted to know more. When these kids comes to me, what is happening before this? So I worked for a couple of years, but then I was like, no, maybe I need more than this. I need to know what is happening within the children before coming to the elementary schools. Then I started a little research looking for the training centers where I can learn more about this age before 6 years old. And I came across Montessori, and I tried my best to find the colleges in Tanzania, the Montessori, and I found this one in Mwanza. So I searched for the instructions and information on how to join this, and finally I came across the principal who is running the Montessori Training Center, who was running by then, the Montessori Training Center in Mwanza, and she called me for interview. I went for interview, and few months later I joined the training center as a Montessori, and from there I studied for 2 years just to understand the foundation of this child before coming to elementary classes. And after that I was able to make my own materials, Montessori materials, and I had really more knowledge about the child development and how to support the child and his fully development through this year before coming to primary school. And when I finished my studies, I worked a bit from my experience and started to collect my own materials to start my own kindergarten. And as you can see, after like more than 10 years, now it's happening here in Moshono, Arusha.
And what was your passion behind opening your own daycare? Because I guess it takes a lot of time and patience and courage and energy to set something up like this in the middle of Tanzania.
Yes, I really wanted to serve these kids in the community, and I walked around my community, and this is the time whereby the children were supposed to be in schools, but you could find a lot of children around. They're at the age of going either to a school or to a kindergarten or to a daycare center, but they did not manage to do this. And I felt like maybe I need a place where they can come and fulfill their needs. They can even get some little food, or at least 1 meal a day, and do some little activities, education activities. They can play a bit. So I thought this could really help my community, and I made it. And now I can see all the children who are now in this kindergarten. They are the the neighborhood, because not all the parents can afford to, and we don't have a school bus at the moment, so they can just walk to the school
Right.
and walk back home.
Okay, so it's
So
really
what-
close.
yes, it's close, and they're all the intention was at least to have the kids who are around our community. So, and also they used to work. What I hear most of the time, early in the mornings, the children are going. I mean, there is buses, school buses coming like early morning. You can hear the horn around 5, around 6. And I feel so bad for these little ones to wake up so early to go to school, and maybe they have to drive again more than an hour or 2 hours to get to school, and the same way back. So for that case, I thought this is good for the kids who are in a neighborhood, so that they can benefit from this, what we are providing.
Right, so it's really close, and they save a lot of time.
Yes,
and
a
not
lot of
having to
time,
travel.
yeah.
And I'm wondering, because you're also using nonviolence here, and I've heard that physical violence is still kind of very accepted here. So how do parents react when they find out you're doing things differently here?
At the beginning, it was not easy for them to understand, because there is a lot of violence in this community, and you can also find it in some of the parents. And now for me, after understanding this, I try to talk to the parents to help them come across this non-violence, and now you can see a lot of changes within the community. They can give you, the parents are talking a lot about changes in the families, between themselves, within the children and the families mothers and fathers at home. So it's the very beginning of mine. Is also, I don't know much about this, but the little I got, I also shared with some parents in my community also, and now you can see some changes already.
Wow, sweet. And you're also part of the Tanzanian Montessori Association, right? So you're also training teachers to become Montessori.
Yes, I do. I trained a lot of teachers who are now working in the daycare centers as a Montessori teacher, Montessori directresses and directors. And I also work with the Montessori community of Tanzania, and I'm coordinating the northern zone and central zone, trying to identify the Montessori graduates. Where are they using the Montessori philosophy, the Montessori approach, and if not, why they're not using, what are the challenges they come across with. So we are trying now to identify them, and the intention is to at least to have more Montessori schools in this country, because I realize it's really a good foundation for the child, especially at the age between 3 and 6.
Yeah, beautiful. So, and you're even equipped to welcome volunteers. I saw you have an extra room set aside. So how would that work? How can I picture this? I can just tell you, hey, Jovitha, I want to come for 2 weeks, 4 weeks and volunteer with you.
Oh, that looks really interesting, because before starting this, I had a friend, and she was pushing me to start the school, because I thought maybe the environment is not ready for this. And she kept telling me, you have to start it, you have to start it. And this year I said, okay, I'm going to start it. So she promised me to bring someone to start with, like a volunteer, because there was a girl, I think she was 17, 18, and she really wanted to work with the children in Tanzania. And this friend of mine told me, oh, when you start, this girl will come and volunteer in your kindergarten. And then it happened exactly when we started. She had time to come and volunteer.
Beautiful.
So I had to prepare a room there,
Yeah.
so that if she comes, she has a comfortable place to stay, and even friends can visit and stay there. And so now at least I spared a room for whoever would like to volunteer in this kindergarten. Is very welcome to do this, and we really love this. And the children are now missing her a lot, because they keep asking, where is she? When is she coming? So we're looking forward to have more and more.
Beautiful. So I'm wishing you all the best. It looks so beautiful. I will show you some more pictures. And yeah, I see the sparkling in your eyes. I see you're very passionate
I'm really
about
happy
this.
that you could also visit us. As you can see, the kids really happy also to see the visitors.
Yes. Right. Okay, thank you. And then we'll put your contacts in the end.
Thank you so much, Iris.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Iris.